Welcome to Career Experience TV. Let's just jump right in today. I want you to picture this. You're sitting at your desk right now. It's late. The air in the room feels a little stifling, right? You can hear that anxious, high-pitched whir of your laptop fan working overtime, and you're squinting against the blinding glare of, 50 open browser tabs? You're frantically clicking through these random folders, desperately hunting for this one brilliant note you know you saved weeks ago. But you just can't find it. Look, we live in this amazing era of information abundance, but for so many of us, that abundance has actually become a massive, chaotic bottleneck. Which really brings us to the big question, are you drowning in information but completely starving for knowledge? Be honest. Because most of us consume constantly, right? But we actually build nothing from it. You read the best-selling books, you listen to the insightful podcasts on your commute, you bookmark 100 articles, and then, a week later, you've forgotten almost everything. If your career depended on explaining what you just learned, you'd be in real trouble. The problem isn't that you aren't consuming enough. It's that you have absolutely zero system in place to turn all that consumption into usable knowledge and actionable output. And we've all been there, staring at that absolute digital clutter with a major project due in an hour. The stale coffee sitting on your desk, that palpable stress building up in your chest. You did the work, you saved the articles. But without a reliable system, all of that effort just evaporates into the digital ether. That feeling of helpless panic, that frantic scramble to piece together information you literally already spent time gathering, yeah, that is the modern professional's absolute worst nightmare. And it's a classic symptom of what we call the digital junk drawer. Our traditional, old-school filing systems completely fail us here. Think about it. When you just make these giant top-down folders called ideas or self-development, you're essentially creating isolated silos where good information just goes to die. Let's be real for a second. Hitting save on an article, that isn't learning. Dragging a digital yellow highlighter over a PDF, that isn't thinking. Without a proper functional structure, those massive folders mean absolutely nothing when it's actually time to execute on your goals. So, how do we fix it? Well, the foundation of building a true second brain requires a framework that is actually actionable. Instead of these random graveyard folders, you organize by action using the EPARG method. First up, entry. This is just a temporary brain dump, a holding zone, but you absolutely must clear it out regularly. Next, projects. These are your active, time-bound outcomes. They have a clear finish line. Then you have areas. Think of these as your ongoing responsibilities, stuff like your finances or your health that never really end. Fourth is resources, which simply holds reference materials you might need down the line. And finally, the galaxy. This is where the real magic happens. This is your interconnected, dynamic knowledge layer. Okay, so let's talk about how we actually get the right information into the system in the first place. You desperately need a streamlined content acquisition pipeline. Basically, stop saving everything everywhere. Use specific tools tailored for specific mediums. For example, Reader by Readwise is absolutely fantastic for highlighting articles and newsletters. If you're a podcast person, Snipped lets you easily clip key moments while you're on the go. Kindle is great for capturing your deep reading book notes. And Tana is just incredible for instant voice or text capture the literal second an idea pops into your head. And the real secret sauce here? All of these tools can automatically sync directly into your central knowledge base. No manual copying and pasting required. Once all that juicy information is inside, we apply a specific method to that galaxy folder we just talked about. It's called Zettelkasten. Now, this is a bottom-up note-taking method where you create atomic, single idea notes. So instead of having one giant, useless document called productivity, you have one very specific note on, say, why rest improves focus. And then you actively connect it to other specific related ideas. It's a total game changer because it promotes this incredible serendipitous discovery. Your notes literally start talking to each other, forming a web of insights that mimics how your real brain works. So you might be wondering, where exactly should this second brain live? Well, you generally have two main paths for your knowledge hub. On one side, there's Obsidian. It's totally free, it lives locally right on your computer, it uses future-proof markdown files, and it's highly customizable. But it does require a bit of a technical mindset to get all the plugins set up just right. On the flip side, we have Eden. Eden is this all-in-one AI-native workspace. It does cool things like auto-subscribing to YouTube URLs, it lets you natively chat with your notes, and it's incredibly user-friendly right out of the box. Just keep in mind, it is a newer platform and it's evolving rapidly, so you just choose the one that best fits your personal technical comfort level. Now, building this second brain manually is undeniably powerful, but let's be honest, it still takes effort. But what if we took the friction completely out of the equation? Enter agentic AI. We are moving way, way beyond those basic chatbots now. The entire trend is shifting toward autonomous agents that actually live inside your workflow. Just imagine having virtual assistants that organize your digital galaxy, automatically fix bad search queries in your database, format your raw data, and surface hidden connections between your notes, literally while you sleep. You just capture the idea, and the AI agent engineers the entire structure for you. It's wild. But a really crucial question here is, how do these AIs actually talk to your notes and your private apps without breaking everything or causing chaos? Well, that happens through something called the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. The best way to think about this is like a universal wall adapter you'd use for international travel. Instead of developers having to write custom, fragile code for every single app integration, MCP allows these AI models to securely connect to external tools, APIs, and your local data sources in a totally standardized and, most importantly, safe way. It's essentially the universal translator for your AI agents. And look, this isn't just about organizing your personal book notes. These multi-agent frameworks are currently transforming massively complex real-world domains. Right now, we're seeing agents acting dynamically in healthcare to develop personalized medicine. They're being used in urban planning to run complex simulations for city optimizations. They're in finance executing collaborative investment analysis, and they're heavily disrupting education and law. These agents aren't just answering simple prompts anymore. They're actively executing complex, multi-step workflows across massive systems. If you want to actually orchestrate these AI systems yourself, you're generally going to look at platforms like these two. Make.com provides a really fantastic visual drag-and-drop no-code builder. It effortlessly connects over 1,000 different apps and has robust scheduling, but it does lack deep custom AI logic. Now, on the other hand, there's LangChain. This is an open-source framework specifically for building highly advanced stateful agents. It gives you incredible granular control over exactly how large language models behave, but you do need actual coding knowledge to implement it effectively. But hang on a second. As we start automating all this knowledge and capability, we absolutely cannot forget a fundamental rule. Human oversight is essential. It is non-negotiable. Even with these powerful, self-healing AI systems and autonomous agents running your second brain or managing your business workflows, AI can still hallucinate. It can make weird, logical leaps or completely misinterpret context and nuance. At the end of the day, your judgment, your high-level strategy, and your unique human perspective are what ultimately guarantee the final quality of the output. Furthermore, letting these agents run autonomously introduces some very real security risks. Securing your AI systems means you have to be constantly on the lookout for malicious MCP servers. We're talking about bad actors creating fake tools just to access your sensitive data. You also have to monitor agent competition to make sure multiple AIs aren't accidentally working against each other and causing loops. You need to consistently audit cross-server interactions and always standardize your package updates. In the age of agentic AI, security is a highly active, ongoing responsibility. Okay, so bringing this all together, why does all of this actually matter for you? It matters because a streamlined second brain, especially one powered by AI, becomes a massive professional advantage. When you can capture your most brilliant ideas flawlessly, connect them effortlessly, and then use AI to deploy them into real-world projects, everything changes. You stop being just a passive consumer of information, and you transform into a true driver of value in your career. And we want to help you take that immense productivity and translate it directly into real-world career success. That's exactly why I highly encourage you to join the Career Experience TV community today. Just head over to addismichael.com/community. And hey, don't worry about typing it out right now. The link is right down there in the description below. This community is purpose-built to help you leverage these exact skills and land the opportunities you actually deserve. And honestly, the absolute best part is the incredible suite of exclusive, completely free community resources you get access to the second you join. We provide expert career advice that's actually tailored to the modern AI-driven job market. We offer CV revamp services to make your resume truly stand out from the pile. We even offer website design services to help build your personal brand, comprehensive interview prep services, and we'll even help you craft those notoriously tricky supporting statements for your job applications. All of this is completely free when you join through the link below. So, I want to leave you with this final thought to chew on today. Are you ready to stop hoarding data and start engineering your future? The tools are already here, the systems are proven, and our community is waiting to support you every step of the way. It is time to build your second brain and let AI do the heavy lifting so you can focus on simply being brilliant. Click that link in the description, join the community, and let's get to work. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today on Career Experience TV.